YouTube. I wanted to do a video to share our experience, or well, my experience on some things that I've done in the past, such as trying to conceive while nursing, and then that obviously led to nursing while pregnant. We wanted to start trying when Carson was about 9 months old. However, I did not get my period back until May. So Carson was 17 months old, and then we started trying to conceive. I was charting and taking my temperature, etc. I have a short luteal phase, which means a luteal phase, for those who don't know, is the amount of time from the day you ovulate until the day you start your period. And for a healthy, normal luteal phase, you need 12 days. That's ideal. 10 days is okay. 14 days is even better. Anything less than 10 days, there's not enough time for a fertilized egg to implant in the uterine wall, so chances are you won't get pregnant. So what I did was I took a vitamin B pill, and that within the course of a few months, besides nailing down the timing, worked for us. And it lengthened my luteal phase to about 11 days, which was okay. I wanted to shoot for 12, but 10 was okay, like I said. So it worked for us. And we got pregnant with Paisley at the end of August, very end of August. And Carson was still nursing the entire time. Now, it didn't affect anything. It didn't, we had no issues with it. He was still nursing throughout the night as well. And as far as trying to conceive, well, just short of waiting until he fell asleep to try to conceive, we had no issues with that. It didn't cause, well, there was no issues. As the pregnancy progressed, he was still nursing. I nursed him like normal. At that point, he was 20 months old when I first got pregnant. And I was working, so he was mainly nursing for nap and bedtime. And it didn't really have an effect, and of course throughout the night. As far as how many nights, the way I judge it is, if I remember how many times they got up at night to eat, then it was a bad night. But if I don't remember how many times, then apparently it didn't affect me, so I don't really count it as a bad night. But really the only problems we had with it was I was super sore. I mean, you can imagine your boobs and nipples are sore when you first get pregnant anyways, much less to have something nursing from them. No, not something, but your child nursing from them. And it was excruciating. It felt like my cat's in the kitchen playing with a piece of paper, so if you hear background noise. But it felt like a cat tongue trying to nurse. It was terrible. I would kind of clench my feet and my hands for the first 15 seconds or so, and then I'd try to trade him out with his pacifier as soon as he'd let me. Over time, it did get better. A few weeks in, after the first trimester, it got better. And then about, he only nursed until I was 21 or so weeks pregnant. And I'll explain our weaning adventure in another video. But he was, so total time he nursed was 25 months. Like I said, it didn't affect the pregnancy. It didn't affect me besides the pain. And even as far as I could tell, he was still getting milk also. It never dried up. I don't know if I just got lucky or I just had such an abundant supply with him that I just got lucky. I don't know. But I wanted to share that. So if you are currently trying to conceive while nursing, and you have not gotten your period back yet, my suggestion is to just be patient. It will come back. I quit pumping at 15 months, and at 17 months, my period did come back. So, and it was, when it first came back, it was kind of sketchy. It didn't just immediately go to normal. It was kind of funky ovulation here and there, but once it got in a good rhythm, well, I guess it took 4 months total, because I started my period at the beginning of May, and then we were pregnant by the end of August. So I know that's not a long time in the grand scheme of things. There's plenty of people out there struggling with bigger fertility issues than short luteal phase. But anyways, my biggest advice would be to just be patient. I know that it's so easy to say rather than do, because I'm kind of impatient person myself, but that's really my advice. And if you are wondering about nursing while you're pregnant, I wouldn't not do it. I mean, I would recommend it. It was no big deal. I still did everything for Carson just like I always did, even though I was pregnant. I didn't want to start, making excuses and exceptions for him just because I was pregnant with, a sibling. So that's just how we did it. I'm going to make another video and explain our weaning process. Bye, guys.